Greetings, dear friends. Happy Monday. Hope you had a lovely weekend, a lovely Easter weekend. Do you celebrate Easter? And did you get to get outside and enjoy some of the beautiful sunshine and spring weather that's actually starting to really take hold now? We're here with our usual Monday check-in with the Letting Go guidance system. And we've been working through these cards in sequence. And so I'd love to hear how this whole idea of letting go is working out for you. This is my passion, is to help people really look at the different layers. We are all called upon to really look at what makes us tick. What do we need? We're looking at helping ourselves on a physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual level. And that's what this whole letting go guidance system is all about. So if you're here with me live, say hi. And if you have, if I've said this before, if you ever have any questions about the idea that I talk about letting go, if you have any questions or need some more information or support, please put it in the comments under this video or message me. I really feel like it's important. Good morning, Shelley. Nice to have you here. This is the idea of letting go is intended to be ease. Like sometimes it might feel a little bit tough to face something or to admit something and to really go deeper in that. And so don't work on it too much if it's starting to feel problematic. That's kind of what I'm feeling the vibe of, is that as we go into spring, this is a brilliant time to assess your intentions and your goals, and what are you working on, and does it make your heart sing, and does it make you feel like you're aligning with and sharing your unique gifts? Because really that is actually the fundamental piece about this idea of letting go, because letting go of the things that maybe keep you not believing in yourself or not finding your sense of self-worth and confidence and boosting your esteem. So all of that being said, this week, what we're going to be working on letting go of is assumptions or expectations. Do they come up for you? Do you sometimes overhear something or assume you know how something's going to go? There's a wee dialogue that says, oh, there's no point in trying this because it's always gone like fill in the blank. Or that you expect, maybe if there's an inner dialogue that says I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy, or I'm not gifted, or I don't have access to my inner wisdom, then we can inadvertently set up. Good morning, Ruthann. We can inadvertently set up the expectation, right? So we can become self-fulfilling prophecies through an assumption or an expectation, or some kind of limitation. So just check in with yourself. And this one makes me think of Byron Katie's process called The Work. And this is one of her pieces on that. There's a 4-step process that she has. And one of them is that when we tell ourselves a story or we have some kind of assumption or expectation, it's just to pause. I like to pause and just put my hand over my heart and say, do I know this to be true? So even if we have like a conversation going on in our mind of saying, oh, there's no point in setting that intention, or there's no point in working towards this end goal because, right? That, thank you, me too. Shelley said she loves the work. Me too. And I think it's a really important part to help you rewire that idea that we all do end up having assumptions and expectations at some point or another. Excuse me, got a frog in my throat. But let me read this out of my guidebook to see if we can go a wee bit deeper into this process of letting go of assumptions and expectations. Back to that thing about what I said about self-fulfilling prophecies. If we have an expectation of something's not going to work out, or something is going to work out, we can sometimes get a wee bit hung up on how things are going to work out, as opposed to just coming back into your heart and allowing the flow to work its way through, right? So When we make an assumption about someone, we form pictures of who they are in our mind that sometimes don't actually bear any relation to their true selves. Sometimes it's because we want to see the best in people, but oftentimes it's a backhanded way of seeing the best in us. What we hope people are fits into the context of our own dreams and ideas. When they don't live up to our expectations of or for them and for us, we feel let down. We feel disappointed and possibly even hurt and rejected too, as if the existence of our expectations and them not being met is related towards we deserved it. Not all of our assumptions or expectations are realistic. It is realistic and necessary to have expectations, but it's critical for them to have a basis. An expectation is a strong belief that something is going to happen or be the case in the future. Often we tend to believe that the way we treat others will be the way we are treated in return. Truth be told, this does not always happen. Do not expect a certain result from any given situation. Go into an experience with an open mind. And some people even describe that as being a beginner's mind. Can you park all of your expectations and assumptions and go into it and allow something to be as it is? This will allow you to fully immerse yourself without pressure of living up to preconceived ideas. When assessing a situation or making an assumption or feeling a sense of expectancy, ask yourself, do I know this to be true? And am I being true to my own core essence? Powerful stuff. And so this is a really pivotal piece for us to be just checking in. What is the quality of our inner dialogue? Thank you, Shelley. I'm glad you enjoy it. So you can see it that vibe was actually like a little nod towards that idea of checking in. Is this the truth? Or is it based upon an outdated, outmoded pattern or idea, preconceived idea? Or am I listening to something that's no longer in effect or supportive of my own core essence, what my own way of being, and what's right for me, right? So it's always about realizing that we're on this spiral. I think I see that all of us are up leveling and getting better and learning new things about us, learning how to access our own inner wisdom and our core essence. And all of that to say, just because something went in a specific way in the past does not mean it's going to be the same again, because we all become our next version, right? How I am today sitting here talking to you is certainly not anything like what I might have been last week, last year, 10 years ago. So therefore, it's to let all of that go, let all of those things in the past go, because I'm here. You're here. You're watching me here. None of the stuff that you've been through is part of where you are right now. Well, it kind of is, but it's not to be, if it's got any kind of limitation, or if it's trying to narrate or give you a sense of, oh, this is how it's going to be. No, if it's not right, you can always choose something new. I've just been shuffling my tarot cards here because I like to pull a tarot card and then I'm going to pull 3 angel cards, healing with the angels. Let's see. Well, this is cool. You know I love the cards that come up when we do this. So the card that came up for us with this is the Hanging Man. So I love the symbology of the Hanging Man because I always see that as kind of suspending all thought. It's like allowing all thinking process, because that's what assumptions and expectations are. It's part of that inner dialogue, that chatter. So can you suspend thinking and allow yourself to come in and say, what is my heart guiding me towards? What would my heart say or do, or even, I said this to somebody last week, even starting to do a thing of saying to yourself, what would love do? If I was following the guidance of unconditional love, what would be my choice? And no thinking, coming into your heart. You know, the wisdom of your heart has some amazing wisdom, but it does not chatter like our mind does. And so sometimes that's why I love the symbology of the hanging man, because it's just saying, no, suspend that, let it go, let it, you can come back to it. You can come back to the busy chatter, the worry, whatever it is that's coming up. But when you want to make a choice, or if you're dialoguing with yourself about an expectation or an assumption and you're just saying, is this the truth? Come into your heart. It will tell you. So I'm just shuffling Doreen Virtue's Healing with the Angels. These cards always give us something beautiful, nurturing, inspirational to kind of help us ease into this new week with this idea of letting go any expectations or assumptions. Hi, Gina. Awesome, awesome. This is beautiful. So, guardian angel. So, I was just saying about coming into your heart. When we come into our heart and just look to see what makes my heart sing, what lifts me up, what gives me that sense of yes. And also, just as a wee quick question, what does a yes feel like in your body? Play with that. Because if you're looking at watching, questioning an assumption or an expectation, and I'm saying go into your heart, see, your heart is connected to your guardian angel or your higher self or the universe, like whatever you want to call it for you. That's where the wisdom of your heart comes from. So watch that. And then when we do that, look what we get to achieve is freedom, because we are free from the limitations that our mind chatter might be threatening our alignment with our core self and our alignment with our heart energy and our best potential. And then look at what the outcome is of that is balance. So we get to find our balance through this whole piece of letting go of assumptions and expectations. So this is about you learning and accessing and realizing that it's super, super important to be your own best friend, to be the one who shows up with unconditional love for your own self. And in all of the pieces around the letting go process that we do together, it's all about accessing that sense of unconditional love for you. And that means loving and accepting everything that is within you and around you. You get to make the choice. So thank you for hanging out with me. I hope this makes sense. Like I said, got any more or message me direct and of what no longer serves you. I wish you a beautiful week ahead.